Hey there again, Pat here, freezing to death here. We're making RV memories for the first time in an RV in winter. It is cold, cold, cold. Unlike typically when I'm at, when we had a home, come October, November, maybe it's usually in November. Go ahead and winterize the RV, in the house there for the winter. Hey, see you in April. Back out, drain the antifreeze, off we go. Now it's the RV's home. So I'm gonna do some winterizing today. Been lucky up till now. It's January, so it's not been too bad. But the nights are going to get cold, and I don't want water to freeze in my water hose. And my double filters over there, you're going to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to take them out of the system and put in a smaller one, wrap some heat tape, put some insulation on them, and then get back in and huddle around the fire. Okay, hang on. We'll be right back. Now let's look over here. I'll show you what we're going to do to get everything winterized. It's not going to be a hard job. No, not a hard job at all. I laid everything out on the tailgate so we can have some fun with it. There's my little Camco filter. Now, if you guys are just weekend campers, maybe a couple of weeks in the summertime going to the mountains or down to the beach, one of these little filters is all you'll need there. It is a little 20 micron, so it's going to filter out anything that's going to come up and bite you. But if you're like us, we don't drink any of the water. We just shower and brush our teeth with it. So it'll filter out enough to where you can, you won't be out chasing cars and barking. You'll be good. A little short no kink hose that'll connect to your camper is a piece of junk. I'll tell you why later. So we'll move on to that. Heat tape. This this heat tape's pretty easy there. It's got the little thermostat on the end that'll connect to the hose. Turns the heat tape on when it gets below 37. When temperature gets up to 45, the heat tape will cut itself off. So that's pretty good. There's the insulation wrap I'll put around the hose when it's all wrapped and done. And I had to see how flexible it was. I think I whopped Glenn a few times and a few workers there in the hardware store before I left. I had to make sure it worked. But everything laid out. So this will be an easy put together there. Now the little short no kink hose that are supposed to hook up to your campsite water outlet. I got it before I knew better. Went ahead and put it into the filter there. Got it to where it's not going to leak. Got a little arrow there to show you the water goes that way, and that's headed toward the RV. So that's pretty simple to put on there. 20 microns are going to, like I say, it's going to filter out everything you'll need. I've used the double filter that you've seen us build. Used the sediment and the charcoal filter in the double, but using this for the winter, I wanted to go to a smaller filter because I wanted my insulation to go around it, so it'll be won't freeze up on me. And you'll see the hose goes round and round. That end there goes up into the water box, and I put me a piece of tape there to sort of mark. That is the edge of the cap in my water box of the RV. I'll run the heat tape right up to the edge of the tape, then the top half of the hose will be up in the water box, and it is heated from the heater, so we're good. Not going to be a problem at all. So when we get down to the insulation, I got it all put on. The heat tape is already on. Got the insulation on half of the hose, so we're ready to go to the backside and get this baby put on. And then around here we go. I'll show you what we've had for a setup here, and what I'm going to take out, what I'm going to put in, and how we're going to change it, and get this heat tape set in there to where we can stay nice and comfy and warm. And we'll always have water when it gets down below freezing. That way we can stay warm. Here, let's get going. And we all want to stay warm. There's the campground outlet, and they've got a thermocouple there to keep the water from freezing underground. I got to worry about it freezing from there to the RV. There's my little setup before I took it over to get it wrapped. And there's my double water filter setup. I did a video on that if you want to go back and take a look at how we did it. Got a charcoal filter and a sediment filter there in my filter system. The hose goes right up in the bottom of the RV. Comes right out, and I'll tell you about that little homemade cap here in a minute. Goes right down through that humongous hole that's only built for a water hose. Now that little water compartment there we call the water bay, and it is heated. The basement of the camper is heated when I'm running the floor furnace, so residual heat will go into the water box to keep anything from freezing up. I got a little piece of paper there, any kind of rodents and creatures from crawling up through there, and we'll get it all hooked up. You can see there's the water box there. And the vent there where the residual heat will come into the water box and sort of keep everything from getting all froze up. Down into the bottom there where we'll run the hot water hose down, I'll run my insulation right up to the bottom of that cap. Now keep in mind, I want to show you about that water bay and the water filter system there. Now here it is before I take it around to get it all wrapped up. Short enough to reach right over there, but not too long that I have to worry about a lot of heat tape. There's my adjustable water pressure regulator. I'll usually keep it at around, I got the water off now, set it at around 55 psi, and that's plenty of water pressure for anything. Keep in mind, I want to tell you about that double water filter. At the end of this video, I'll show you how valuable that water filter is. I'll drain my water hose and get it put up for the winter too. Back to the water bay, you can see that little cap that I made right there. I sort of made that to sort of block up part of that hole. I only need a hole big enough for the water hose and the TV cable to come up through. Now why would they make these RV water bays with that humongous hole there when you take the cap off? Any kind of creature crawler can get right up in there and set up housekeeping right in your RV. So I just drilled me a hole in there, just big enough for the water hose and my TV cable coax to come right up through there. No need to have it any bigger than that, but it does keep out anything from the summer, the winter, to keep a lot of cool air out. But I'll run my pipe insulation right up to the bottom of that cap. So I got my insulation on. I'm going to pull it right up through there and we'll join it right into the RV. Easy to run the cap right over the hose, so you can see I can even do it one-handed, and I didn't practice that. But it'll connect right into the RV. So there it is, all connected, ready to go. I'll still run me a little bit of insulation around that, but it is going to be heated there. I've got a few more people from CNN's pictures I'm going to wrap up and shove them down in that hole, and they're trash anyway. But there's half of the insulation on the hose. My heat tape is ran. It is ready to. I got my thermostat set right on the pressure regulator there, and that'll give a good temperature. We got her plugged in. All systems go, and we're ready to heat the hose up. Now, eventually, we'll take that Y connector out of the system. Really don't need it in there. I'm not going to be using an auxiliary hose here in the depth of winter. There's the. I took that out. I called it a piece of junk because after I got it in, of course, I didn't need it to start with, and it leaked like a sieve between the hose and the brass connector there, and that was a little bit aggravating, but I didn't need it anyway. You probably won't need it anyway because you'll probably put that filter right up to the campground outlet too. So that'll work there. So the setup there, and I am going to take that Y connector out of there, and I am going to flip up my gauge and get it sort of flipped up on the top side, make it a little easier to read and keep a hold of. I did get the top side insulated there. That'll be inside, even though it is going to be heated. I did want to get some insulation there. I got everything wrapped. That is beautiful. Neighbors from all around is going to come by to see our hose. How amazing it's going to look, and we're going to have warm water in the mornings. Not going to be froze up. That was the whole case of the whole deal. Lovely, beautiful, love it. Now remember I told you about the water filter, and the left side is a charcoal filter, the right side is a sediment filter. They're both 5 micron, and they're supposed to keep out all the creatures. But I want to show you, it's only been in there about 2 months. I want to show you how good that filter has been working for us and what we have been avoiding. There's the filter after about a little over 2 months we've had it in the system. If you'll look down in the bottom there, that's brown water. That's what it's been filtering out for us. And to give you an idea, there's what a new one looks like. So the bright white's what the clean filter looks like. That old dirty brown one, that's what the filter's been keeping away from us there, and that's 5 micron. So there's been a lot of bigger pieces of creatures and particles and things that go boo in the night get stuck in that filter and didn't come through my system. So I know when I was brushing my teeth, I'm getting pretty clean water coming to me there. I appreciate it. There's the charcoal filter, and I know when I took it out, that baby weighed about 1.5 pounds. And when I put it in there, it was fairly lightweight. So even the charcoal filter's been doing its job. Yeah, really proud of my double filters there. You can see the difference there, and that is scary. If you're not using a water filter, pretty much tell what's going through your RV system there, and that's probably not a real good thing to be be thinking about coming through your water pipes when you're brushing your teeth. All right, we got her ready. She's plugged in. Got the leak stopped from that piece of cheap stuff. Anyway, that's why I like my double filter. I know I'm getting plenty of filtration through the sediment filter, the charcoal filter. Just a little bit better setup, but this will do till spring. Easier to get my heat tape wrapped around it, and just things happen. I'm just glad it's not 20 below out here instead of 25 above, but we did okay. We're in our little home sweet home here. Hope I'd helped you a little bit and let you know if you're RVing out in the cold somewhere that you do need to either leave your water dripping, but best to try to, even though I got some heat tape on mine, if it gets really cold, we'll leave a little bit of water running in there just to, I got a good slope on my sewer hose, so I know all the water will drain out good. So better have a little bit of safety there so I can wake up in the morning with water. Hey, I hope you hit that subscribe button there and you can follow our little Making RV Memories journey there. Love to have you there. Look forward to all the comments too. Leave me a comment. Boy, YouTube loves to see the comments and let them know you're watching. Click on that like button there. They'd like to know that you like me, and I'd like to know whether you like me or not too. So click on that one and let us know that we're doing something right here. Whew. I don't have my insulated underwear on, so I'm gonna head inside the old Hillbilly Hilton and get warmed up. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. And all right, we interrupt this video. Whew. I want to let you know we just did get our heat tape put on just in time. We are under a snow advisory, snow warning, snow watch. We're under snow here, freezing rain, sleet, and I'm like a weatherman standing right out in the middle of it telling you all about it. Well, let me show you. We just did get it. We just did get it put on just in time because it is cold, cold, and I mean cold here. Snow. Got a couple inches of snow with freezing rain and sleet right on top of it. I'll show you. My setup here has survived. We did good. We had water this morning and everything is good. So with that in mind, again, thanks for watching the video. Hope you do subscribe there. And as me and Glenna will always tell you, stay warm and God bless every one of you.